Hello everyone, we are all back again into another social science class. All of you are welcome to this class. Our exams are near. I hope all of you are studying well. Anyway, let us study the 16th chapter today. The name of the chapter is Who Will Do This Work? The title is asking us a question, isn't it? Who will do this work? In the chapter, a certain work is mentioned. They are saying about some works and they are asking who will do that work. Let us see what is that work and who has to do that work. Shall we begin? Chapter 16. Who will do this work? Have you seen such scenes around you? Look at the textbook or look at the screen. There are four pictures given. What do you see in those four pictures? Some people are doing some job or some activities. What are those activities? They are cleaning. In the four pictures that you see, people are doing cleaning activities, isn't it? Have you seen such activities? Now, have you ever thought of people who do this work? What is our responsibility to keep the place clean? Listen, it is our responsibility to keep the place clean. We have to keep the places clean, isn't it? We have to keep the places clean and hygiene. Otherwise, we will get diseases. So it is our responsibility to keep the places clean. But sometimes we don't do it, and there are some people who do this work. And have you ever thought of such people who do this work? Anyway, why do you think people need to do this kind of work? Listen, cleaning is a menial activity or cleaning is a work that no one likes. No one likes to clean. Do you understand? No one likes to clean their places, their surroundings. But there are some people who do this. Why do they do those cleaning activities? They do cleaning activities to make their living or to make cash, because if they do those activities only, they will get cash. If they get cash only, they can buy food. Now do you understand? Anyway, let's continue. Our friends spoke to some staff who do cleaning jobs. Here are some of the things they told us. A conversation is given here and it is taken from an interview which was taken from a documentary film named India Untouched. It was a film by Stalin K. Anyway, let's go to the conversation. And in the conversation, some people are asking some questions to the people who do cleaning activities. In the picture, there are two ladies who are cleaning the ground, and to those people who were cleaning the surroundings, who were doing the cleaning jobs, some students or some people or whoever it may be, they went and asked some questions. Let us read those questions and read those answers. Question: since when have you been doing this work? Answer: about 20 years since I completed my studies. So the first question was, since when have you been? Or the first question that was asked to the ladies who were cleaning was, since when they were doing the cleaning activity, the cleaning work. And what was the answer? They were doing this work about 20 years. To get me? And they were doing this work since they completed their studies. The next question: why did you not study further? You could you could have got some other jobs. You need money for studies, and even after that, most of our people continue to do this kind of work. The next question was, why didn't you continue your studies? If you have studied further, you could have got some other job, some better jobs. Do you get me? The next question that was asked to the cleaning persons was, why didn't they continue their studies? If they had continued their studies, they could have got better jobs. And what was the answer? The answer was you need money. You need money for studies. If we need to study, we should have money. And the next sentence is, and even after that, most of our people continue to do this kind of work. See, if they study also, some of the people have to do this cleaning activity. Some of the people after their studies also should turn back to the cleaning activity. And the next question is, what do you mean? The question means that why? Why some people have to turn back to the cleaning activity even after their studies? They are asking why. And what is the answer? Since our great grandfathers' times, or even before that, most people of our community have been doing this work. Even after getting a college degree, our people do not get any other kind of job. So they have to do this kind of work. Listen, what was the answer? Since since the great grandfathers of those cleaning staffs, they were doing this work. Their great grandfathers were doing this work. Their grandfathers were doing this work. Their father was also doing this work. And they were also compelled to do this work. And the next sentence is, even if they study, even if they study in a college or even if they complete graduation, they don't get any other work because they were doing this work and they don't be given any other work. They are compelled or they are forced to do the cleaning activities again. Do you understand? And the next question is, why is that so? And what's the answer? That is the way it is. In the entire city, all the people who do this kind of work are from our community. It has always been so. Listen, some people have to do the cleaning activities by birth. That is their hereditary activity. And those people are from a certain community. Do you get me? A community is mentioned here, and those people who are from that community have to do this work, how to do the cleaning work again and again by birth. Their father will be doing the cleaning activity, they also will be doing the cleaning activity, and their son, their grandson, or their daughter or granddaughter, they also have to do the cleaning activity because they are from a specific community. Do you get me? Do you understand the conversation? Now, certain questions are asked here. These questions are to be read by you. You have to read these questions and you have to write the answers. Let us continue. What are the different kinds of work being done in this drawing? List any five of these. Listen, in the next picture that you see, or in this picture, there are many works drawn. See, in the first picture, a lady is milking the cow, and in the second picture, some students are taken by a bus. It is a school bus, and what do you see in the third picture? It is a hospital, and a lady is cleaning here. Then someone is painting here. Like that, there are so many works. There are so many works given in the picture. If you were asked to do any five jobs shown in this picture, which would you choose? Why? Listen, the question is, if you were asked to select five jobs from this picture, which would you choose? Now you have to choose five jobs from this picture. There are many jobs in this picture now. You have to choose five of them and you have to say why. Now, which five jobs would you not choose? Why? After selecting the jobs that you like or the jobs that you wish to do, you have to select another five jobs that you would not like or that you would not do, and you have to say why. Do you get me? Now listen, let us discuss something. What kinds of work or jobs do people not want to do? Why? In the picture above, you have seen many works now, and among those works, people don't want to do certain works. You have to select or you have to say which are those works and you have to say why. why people are not desiring or not wishing to do certain jobs. So, who does this kind of work? Why do people do this kind of work that others do not want to do? Listen, now you have understood that there are certain works that people don't want to do, and some people should do this work. There are certain works that people do not want to do, but some people should do this work. For example, cleaning. No people like to clean. No people like the cleaning activities, but someone should clean, no? Some people should do the cleaning activities. And why? Why are they doing the cleaning activities? Because they make their living or they make cash by doing the cleaning activity. Do you get me? Now, here a certain paragraph is given. You have to read it and you have to imagine that in your mind. So, what did you understand until now? First of all, we have to keep our surroundings clean. What does it mean? Our surroundings should be clean always. Why? Because if our surroundings are not clean, we will have diseases, isn't it? So we have to keep our surroundings clean always. But no one likes to do the cleaning job, isn't it? No one likes to clean. Why? Because cleaning is a menial job and no one likes to clean. But there are people who do the cleaning job to make their living. Listen, we don't like to do the cleaning job because cleaning is considered a menial job. So we don't do cleaning jobs or we don't like to do cleaning jobs. But there are some people who do the cleaning job. And why do they do the job? They do the job to make their living, to earn cash, to buy food. Do you get me? These people who do the cleaning job are considered to be lower. What does it mean? I said we don't like to do the cleaning job because cleaning job is considered to be a menial job. But there are some people who do the cleaning job to make their living, and these people who do the cleaning job are considered to be lower. They are considered to be lower than other people. They are considered to be lower than other people who do excellent jobs, who do big jobs. These cleaning people are considered to be lower than doctors, engineers, etc. And listen, often cleaning job is hereditary. What does it mean? There are some people from a community or from some communities who are forced to do the cleaning job by birth. If their great grandfather was a cleaner, their father will be also a cleaner. Then they also have to do the same job. Their daughter or their son, their granddaughter, their grandson, all of them have to do the cleaning job. Even if they study, there is no use in it. They have to do the cleaning job. So cleaning job is hereditary sometimes. Do you get me? Shall we continue? Do you think that anyone has ever tried to change this situation? Yes, many people have tried. People are trying even today. But it is not easy to change this. One such person was Mahatma Gandhi. Gandhiji had a friend, Mahadevbhai Desai. Mahadevbhai's son Narayan also stayed with Gandhiji when he was young. This incident is from Narayan's book. Listen, earlier I said that some people are forced to do this cleaning activity or this menial job continuously or by birth. I said the grandfathers were cleaning, the father is also cleaning, and the son is also cleaning, the grandson is also cleaning. Do you understand? All of them are doing this job hereditarily, and a question is asked. Do you think that anyone has ever tried to change this situation? Yes, many people have tried. People are trying even today. But it is not easy to change this because it is by the society. We cannot change this all of a sudden because the society is like that. And here one person is mentioned, and who is that? Mahatma Gandhi, our Gandhiji. Our Gandhiji was such a person, or one of such persons, who tried to change the situation. Gandhiji had a friend, Mahadevbhai Desai, and Mahadevbhai's son, Narayan. Narayan is the name of Mahadevbhai Desai's son, and he also stayed with Gandhiji. And some incident is given here, and it is from the book written by Narayan, who is the son of Mahadevbhai Desai. Let us read that incident. Remembering those days. When Narayan Babla was about 11 years old, he was staying in Gandhiji's Sabarmati ashram. Like everyone else in the ashram, he had to do various kinds of work. One of his jobs was to teach the guests how to clean the toilets. In those days, the toilets were not what we know today. There used to be holes under which baskets were kept. People sat on the holes. Later, the baskets had to be lifted by hand to be emptied. Listen, Narayan or Babla. Narayan is the son of Mahadevbhai Desai, and he was staying with Gandhiji at Sabarmati Ashram. Sabarmati Ashram is the ashram or the house of Gandhiji, and Narayan was staying with Gandhiji at Sabarmati Ashram. And what is the specialty that is mentioned here? Like in those old days, the toilets were not that we see today. There were holes. Do you understand? There were holes under which baskets were kept. Do you get me? The people do their toiletry activities through these holes, and after which those baskets were cleaned. Do you get me? And some people from some communities, some people had to do this cleaning. The baskets were cleaned by only some of the people. Some people do not do that. The people from lower caste or the lower people do this, and the higher people do not do this. Do you get me? But it was not the condition in Sabarmati Ashram. In Sabarmati Ashram, all people or all residents of Sabarmati Ashram had to do this cleaning activity. And Narayan, the son of Satyadev Bhai Desai, had to do the same thing. Do you get me? Let's continue. It was the usual practice that people from a particular community would do this work. But in Gandhiji's ashram, every person had to carry the basket in the compost pit and empty it there. No one was excused from this task, not even the guests. Narayan Bhai remembers now how some people used to try and avoid this work. Some even left the ashram because of this. Listen, I said some people from certain community or a particular community had to do the cleaning of baskets, had to do the cleaning of toiletries from the basket, but it was not a condition in Gandhiji's ashram. Gandhiji's ashram, that is the Sabarmati ashram, was not like that. In Sabarmati ashram, all people had to do the cleaning of baskets, and some people used to hate this. Some people don't like this, and some even left the ashram. Some even left the ashram because of that. Let's continue. Some years later, Gandhiji went to stay at a village near Wardha in Maharashtra. Gandhiji, Mahadev Bhai, and others started to clean the toilets in the village. They did this for some months. One morning, a man coming from the toilet saw Mahadev Bhai. He pointed to him and said, "There is a lot of dirt over there. Go and clean that." When Babla saw this, he was very angry. He thought the villagers felt that this was not their work. This was for Gandhiji and for his team to do. He asked Gandhiji why this was so. Gandhiji replied, "Untouchability is a serious matter. A lot of hard work will be required to change this." Now listen, some years later, Gandhiji and his friends went to Wardha, near Wardha. Wardha is in Maharashtra. They went to stay there in a village. And what happened there? When Mahadev Bhai Desai and Gandhiji were cleaning the toilets, one man went there and asked Mahadev Bhai Desai, asked Mahadev Bhai to clean some dirt over there. Who saw this? Babla or Narayan, he is the son of Mahadeva. He saw this and he was very angry. And he asked Gandhiji about this. And what was the reply of Gandhiji? Gandhiji replied that untouchability. Listen, all of you be very alert. This word is very important. Gandhiji said, untouchability is a serious matter. A lot of hard work will be required to change this. What is mentioned here? A practice or a custom is mentioned here, that is untouchability. What is untouchability? The system of untouchability was in practice before many years, but it is not existing now. It was existed before so many years. And what was that practice? What was the custom of untouchability? In the system of untouchability, there are lower people and there are higher people. These lower people were considered untouchables. The higher people cannot touch the lower people because the lower people are dirty people, or the lower people are unpure people. Unpure people. The higher people are pure people. If the higher people or the pure people touch the lower people or the unpure people, they will get dirt or they will become unpure. That means untouchability is a simple thing. Just listen. Untouchability means the higher people cannot touch the lower people because the lower people are waste or the lower people are dirty people. Do you get me? Anyway, let's continue. Narayan knew that the people who usually did this work were thought to be untouchable. He asked, what is use if the village people do not change their thinking? They have become used to someone else doing this work for them. Narayan understood that the lower people or the untouchables were doing this cleaning activity, and he asked Gandhiji, we have to change the situation. Gandhiji replied, why? Don't you think the people who clean also benefit from it? They also learn a lesson. To learn something is like learning a new skill, even if it is a cleaning job. And what was the reply of Gandhiji? Narayan said that we should change this situation. Some people should not do, some people only should not do this cleaning activity. And what was the reply of Gandhiji? Gandhiji said that cleaning is also a job. They may continue that job because they benefit from that job. They may continue because they get cash after doing that job. So they may continue because it is also a job. All jobs are equal. That is the dignity of labor. Dignity of labor means all labor or all jobs are equal, or all jobs are important. All have their own status. Do you get me? That was the reply of Gandhiji. Little Narayan was not convinced. He again argued, those who make a place dirty but do not clean it should also learn lessons. Gandhiji and Narayan continued to argue about this, but when he grew up, Narayan always followed the path shown by Gandhiji. And what was the reply of Little Narayan? Little Narayan said that those who make a place dirty, they should clean the place. That was the policy of Little Narayan. And Gandhiji and Narayan argued. Anyway, let's come back. The whole story was about untouchability. Some people were considered lower people or untouchables. They had to do the cleaning activity and they were forced to do the cleaning activity. Do you get me? But Narayan was against this. He asked Gandhiji, he argued with Gandhiji because some people or the untouchables are always doing this cleaning job. He was against this. Anyway, let's continue. Shall we tell certain things? Some questions are given. By reading the story, you have to answer them. Why did Gandhiji and his team start doing the job of cleaning? What do you think about this? Gandhiji and his team started cleaning activity because they wanted to get the places clean. Do you get me? Cleanliness is important. Gandhiji wanted to do that. Now, do you know any such people in your area who try to help others in solving their problems? Find out and discuss in the class. You have to answer this question by yourself. Guests at Gandhiji's ashram had to learn this work also. If you were one of these guests, what would you do? Think and answer. Anyway, these questions are also like this. All these questions answers are in the paragraph in the story. Read them and answer them. Now another story is given, a childhood story. This story is almost 100 years old. 7-year-old Bhim went to Gorgaon in Maharashtra with his father to spend his holidays. He saw a barber cutting the long hair of a rich farmer's buffalo. He thought of his own long hair. He went to the barber and asked for a haircut. The barber replied, "If I cut your hair, both my razor and I will get dirty." Also, to cut human hair can be dirtier than cutting an animal's hair, wondered little Beam. Later, this little Beam was known as Bhimrao Baba Sahib Ambedkar. He became very famous across the world. Baba Sahib fought for justice for people like him. After India's freedom, the constitution was prepared under the leadership of Baba Sahib. Now listen. Do you know about Bhimrao Baba Sahib Ambedkar or B.R. Ambedkar? Ambedkar is the architect of the Indian Constitution. We have a law. In India, we have a law, and the name of that law is Indian Constitution. And who made this Indian Constitution? That is Bhimrao Baba Sahib Ambedkar or B.R. Ambedkar. When Ambedkar was a child, he went to Gorgaon, which is the place in Maharashtra. And what did he see there? A barber was cutting the hair of a barber was cutting the long hair of his buffalo, and Ambedkar wanted to cut his long hair. And what was the reply of that barber? Barber said that if I cut your hair, both my razor and I will get dirty. Do you get me? Ambedkar was from a lower caste, or Ambedkar was from an untouchable caste. Ambedkar was an untouchable, and Barber refused to cut the hair of Ambedkar. Barber said that if I cut your hair, my razor and my hand will get dirty. Do you get me? So that barber refused to cut the hair of Ambedkar. And what happened? Later, Ambedkar became a great man. Ambedkar was recognized by the whole world. He was very famous across the world. Ambedkar was that famous because Ambedkar is the architect of the Indian Constitution. The Constitution or the law of India was made by Bhimrao Ambedkar. Do you get me? Anyway, let's continue. A conversation in school. The reality today. Hedel. I am Hedel and this is Meena. We both study in class 3. Question. What all do you do in school? Meena. We clean the ground. Question. Do all children clean? Hedel. No, not at all. Meena. We also have to clean the toilets. We do it on different days. I clean on Monday, she does on Tuesday, and she on Wednesday. All the children from our community do this. Hedel, we have to carry 20 buckets of water for this. We have to sweep and wash. Question. Why only you? Why not all the children? Hedel, only we have to. If we don't, we get beaten. Listen, it is a conversation between some students of the school. Some students, Hetal, Meena, and some other persons were forced to clean. They were asked to clean the surroundings. Only some people were asked to clean the surroundings. They were asked to clean. They were asked to sweep. But others were not asked. Why? Because these people are from lower caste. These people that you see in the picture, Hedel and Meena, are from lower caste, or they were untouchables, and they were asked to clean the surroundings. Do you get me? The higher standard people or the rich people were not asked. Is this good? No, it's not good. All of us should do the cleaning activity. Do you get me? Ask these questions to yourself and try to answer. You have to discuss all these things and let us summarize. Shall we summarize? Now listen. Untouchability was in practice before so many years. That means now there is no untouchability, but before so many years, untouchability was there. And what was untouchability? Untouchability was a practice in which the lower section were considered untouchables. Listen, there were higher sections and there were lower sections. These lower section people were considered untouchables. That means the people of higher sections could not touch the people of lower sections because the people of lower sections are impure and the people of higher sections are pure. Do you get me? The untouchables had to do the menial jobs. It means the lower section people or the untouchables had to do the menial jobs such as cleaning, sweeping. Do you get me? Gandhiji fought against untouchability. It means there were so many persons who fought against untouchability and Gandhiji was one among them. What Gandhiji said was, what did Gandhiji say? Gandhiji said one thing. He said that we are all equal. There is no one higher or there is no one lower. We are all equal. With this, let's wind up the chapter. Don't forget to read the textbook. Anyway, stay home, stay safe. All of you take care. We can see you in the next class. Bye.